We are going to talk about Rocket Boys, obviously, during the course of this podcast, this interview. But I really, like I said, I was really looking forward to talking to you again, Ishwak. And first thing that I want to ask you is, what are you reading currently? What are you gorging on?
Oh, I am still spoiled. I'm still very indisciplined. I pick up multiple things. I read this. What am I reading? Very interesting book on Nagaland that I'm reading. Forgetting the name. It's beautiful. Gives a historical account of the state and how it about the ethnicity of the state, its history, and also the trouble that the state has faced. That's very interesting. That's something that I've been consistent with. And apart from that, I'm trying to finish some of the old books. I had started reading Raja Rao. I started reading. I started reading Gulzar Saab.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, some interesting Edward Hemingway, Old Man and the Sea. That's one book that I
Why
finished
Old Man
recently.
and the Sea? Okay, you wanted to read it again.
Sorry.
Why Hemingway? Why Old Man and the Sea?
I try and go to all the masters. It's I mean if I'm a consider myself a an actor, someone who's got a keen interest in literature, and I feel that an actor needs to, because that becomes the foundation of your craft. Uh, yeah, I make it a point to sort of skim through, get the skinny on some of the greats, some of the great writers. It's just that's the that's something that's fodder for me.
Nice.
So also starting with poetry.
You writing or reading?
No, just reading. I can't write, but yeah, that's the eventual goal. At least I want to start writing poetry. At least that's for myself. Not I mean like I'd be scared to share it with anyone because I know it's not going to be any good. Or even if it is, maybe who knows someday.
So your social media is ringing, Ishwak. The fact that you just posted some pictures, some behind the scenes, and people were just going berserk. The fact that they still go back to your Imran Ansari. Now that you have branched out, you've moved to a Rocket Boys. How has that journey been from Imran to playing Vikram Sarabhai?
Oh, wow. Now that you say it like that, it's kind of I don't know. I don't see it that way. It's just me finding a part of myself in the characters, and also taking something from the characters. So getting immersed in that universe, whether it was the cop universe or the world of science, and in a particular set in a particular time of history in modern India. Mm, uh, it's been great. I think while that was a certain, a very specific world, what Vikram Sarabhai made me able was what I was able to do with him was that I could, I, go back in time, live in or imagine the what it was like to live in the good old days
Hmm.
and the simpler days when these were uh, where I'm sort of surrounded with men of honor, noble men who had did some extraordinary things with limited resources. Very inspired by their thought, how they functioned, and what they eventually achieved with whatever they had, and they achieved a lot.
Hmm.
It was the world of Vikram Sarabhai was very grand in that sense. It was infinite, and of course I've been a science student, so I was quite excited to. And I never studied in school, so that I always regretted that. So I got all the books, all the textbooks, science from middle school to high school books, and I tried to geek out on that, some of that. My mom was pretty impressed, but also sad. She was like, if you would, invested this kind of time, मेरे tuition के कितने पैसे बच जाते मेरे school में.
Hmm.
So, because I never really studied. Yeah, so I mean, I got to do all this fun stuff. I read up on history, read up on science, read
Right.
up on uh, these great characters.
So, both these shows that we're talking about, whether it is Patal Lok, whether it is Rocket Boys, has two different set of audiences. And all of them, your loyalists have associated and latched on to both these shows. It's primarily to do with the kind of love that you've received because of one particular character that you've played, which is also spilling on to the next show. Do you think that loyalty remains with project after project? Have you seen that happening when it comes to your own loyalists?
So, I mean, I've only had one release after Patalok, which was Rocket Boys, and yeah, it's expanded. I mean, so grateful to the audience that I've got similar kind of uh, love, and it's like uh, I mean, the messages that I get from the audience, it, I sometimes again it's like it's all it stays with me, and I see that as the ultimate reward. People from the industry, um, again, my fam, um, I feel that they've been very kind, very generous.
Hmm.
Sometimes I wonder, is it really that good? So yeah, I mean this is like the biggest reward. What more can I say?
No, I can vouch for that because only recently I got a message from my brother, and he was like, "I don't know what you keep watching. You have to see the show Rocket Boys." I said, "Aren't you late to the party? I mean, I've already finished watching it now, waiting for season two." So that is the kind. I mean, even the new audiences are coming up, warming up to the show, and I'm sure that that expands its reach.
Yeah, I think with season two, it's going to a lot of people who missed season one would
Hmm.
definitely go would watch it. Uh, like I said, I feel that it's very rooted. Both the seasons together are very rooted. I always saw it as one story. I don't
Hmm.
see any disjunction. I see how Abhay had created the master plan of both the seasons and put it together, interwoven science with humanity, with personal journey, trajectories. Was just so inspiring, and I was, it's like that's the commonality I felt with Patal Lok and Rocket Boys. It was the writing, it was the beauty of it. Very different genres, very different styles of writing, but extraordinary.
Hmm.
It's like reading two master writers. It's like reading, Premchand and then reading Hemingway
Hmm.
or Carver.
Hmm.
So it's so amazing because then you're stuck in a groove, and Abhay writes in a beautiful way, and his writing is so interesting that you really need to, and it is so human, it is so
Hmm.
conversational, it is so
Hmm.
impactful and metaphorical that you you can't perform it unless know the character inside out.
Absolutely.
It just can't happen. It has to be a wholesome performance. You have to come with the right kind of understanding and sense. And yeah, so that's something that I've been very fortunate with.
So can this now be said about you that after playing Vikram Sarabhai, nothing is rocket science for Ishwak Singh? Sorry for being cheesy.
Uh, well, I'm I was a terrible student in school. College, I was great, but the funny thing is that say I convinced myself that I know this.
Hmm.
I convinced myself that I know rocket science, that I can actually. So I read that much. I read that much work
Hmm.
that I was sure that at certain times that I can do this launch. And I know what goes into it. And it was. I find it hilarious because I just imagine my physics teacher wherever he is. I hope he's doing good. But yeah,
That was
he
a good
wouldn't be
time to
too
give him a
happy.
call.
Yeah, finally he'd be proud of me.
And finally, the
And
big
he
announcement that
hated
everybody
he
is
hated me. He just hated me. He hated me
out.
because I was terrible. And to see me playing with Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, wow.
What are the odds about that? But now the big announcement that all of your fans are waiting for, considering you've already teased it through your Instagram. The season 2 of Patalok's already started filming. When do we see that happening?
What is Pata season 2? What? Sorry, you're cracking up. What?
Patalok.
Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me? Come on, yeah, Ishwak. This is not good enough
Voice
acting.
not clear. Hello? Mic check.
Okay, okay. Give me some clue, na? How? What will I put in this? Put in this interview. What did you ask Ishwak? Can't hear, na? I know you
Can't hear
can't hear
you.
me. All right. Thank you so much for doing this, Ishwak. It's lovely chatting with you as always. We'd love to do this as soon as season 2 of Patalok is gonna come also. But all the best for Rocket Boys. Thank
Thank
you so much
you.
for this.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.